I've done music since about the age of 15, rapping with a lot of friends from my neighborhood. Grew up in a real Chicano-based neighborhood, you know, with a lot of cholos and shit like that, and that's kind of what we did for fun when we were young, out drinking and just hanging out in the driveway, you know what I mean? As I got older, I started taking it more serious because I started thinking like, you know, I either gotta take this serious and try to pursue this or, you know, go after another career somehow. So I'd say about around 2010, I really started pushing it. I met Ryan Smith with Static Motion Productions, and he really helped me out along the ways with a lot of these videos and meeting new people and making connections and getting, you know, like breaking through the LA scene, you know, hitting the Key Club and House of Blues and stuff like that. And so that's kind of where I started off. And then I started taking trips up to Oakland and doing shows up in the Bay. There's a lot of motorcycle clubs out there in the Bay Area that are youngsters that ain't really like, you know, the average kind of like guys you think about when you think of bikers. You think of the big beers and all that. These are like, you know, more youngster types that listen to hip hop. You know, some of them do hip hop. And so I started going up to the Bay, doing shows up there. And so really, I've just been running up and down California doing shows, attacking that. That's how I kind of spent my time during 2010, 2011, and even 2012. And I started off making a few videos. My first video was I Don't Give a Fuck. And that video got over 200,000 views with zero promotion or zero anything, just throwing it on YouTube, saying check out my video on Facebook, and you know, 200,000 views and some change later, here it is, you know, that's with nothing. After that, I did a video with my brother Richie Valley called Bump My Hits, and then we did another video called Summertime in the SFV, which we sampled Will Smith's Summertime beat and, you know, kind of twisted it up and made it our own songs. I did a video called The Big Homies in the House, Chopper Rolling. From where I was to where I am now, I think I came a long ways. You know, I think my hard work speaks for itself. You know, it's like I ain't really got to talk about it. You could just look at my resume and see everything I've done. I mean, I've been busting my ass a lot trying to, you know, get this going and trying to make my little spot in the little hip hop world. I did a free mixtape that really nobody even knows about called Mike P, the Big Homie Volume 2 that I put on Reverb Nation, and for free download, just to have something out there that people could get into and listen to. And it's got some cool biker jams on there. Going back to the first album, that's on iTunes. Mike P, the Big Homie Volume 1's on iTunes. So then jumping after that, I did my second album, Mike P, the Big Homie, The Big Payback, on iTunes.com, which I really attacked just straight up more like biker gangster rap. Like, you know, I mean, you're probably wondering what that is. Like, for instance, like we call our colors colors, you know, like if somebody's wearing a motorcycle patch, they call it the colors. So what I did is I had a homeboy of mine remake Ice-T Colors, the beat, and I'd remade the song Colors with like a motorcycle twist to it, you know? And so that's kind of, if you're wondering what I'm doing, that could kind of give you an idea, you know what I mean? So what I'm working on right now is a third album called Club Life, The Third Strike, and it's gonna be real hard, gritty is what I'm going after. I ain't trying to do no soft hip hop. I'm not trying to follow nobody's trend. I ain't trying to do no singy hooks, you know? I'm trying to take it back to, you know, some old Ice Cube shit, you know what I mean? Because that's my favorite rapper right there, and he inspires me to keep it like that, you know, even if he don't even rap like that no more, you know what I mean? Like, I listened to some of his old stuff, and like Easy and Snoop and Dre when they made The Chronic and all that, you know, so that's kind of like the direction I'm going with this third album, but instead of putting in about 64 Impalas, I'm gonna be talking about rolling on choppers, you know what I mean? So it's a little different. And so that's where we'll be at pretty soon, and that album's supposed to be dropping probably at the end of July on iTunes.com. The East Coast tour, Mike P. the Big Homie 2013, was a major success. I was grateful for all the support that I got from all my club brothers from the East Coast. We hit Poughkeepsie, New York, then we went up to Rochester, New York. Then after that, we went down to Illinois, and then back up to New York, then Bridgeport, Connecticut. And then after that, we were off to South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, Charleston, South Carolina, and Anderson, South Carolina. Then we jumped down to Cleveland, and Cleveland was our last show. And it was a great time, a lot of hard work, you know. Don't let people fool you, think that tour life ain't hard work, because it sure is. A lot of moving around. Hit about 11 planes in 20 days, plus all the driving and hopping around. So doing it independent, like how we did it, you know, was definitely hard work, but a great experience. And I don't think I could ever have done that without all my club brothers' support. So it was good times. I was really surprised to see how many people around the East Coast knew every word that I sang, and you know, how many people were there to support me, and autographs and the shirts I sold and all the CDs I sold. And it really blew my mind, because when you're in LA, you know, everybody's trying to do this. So there's so many people trying to be actors and musicians, and on it goes. So you don't really feel that full effect, at least I don't. But when I went to the East Coast, it was like, damn, like everybody knew my name, my face. It was a little much to take in at first, you know, a little overwhelming. But by the end of the tour, I got used to it by the end of the tour, I think. And but it did feel good to come back home to Los Angeles, and it was a good time, man. 2013, Mike P. the Big Homie East Coast tour. You know, I can't wait to get another one going.